A ship that was built and advertised as unsinkable begins to leave its last port until its destination, New York City. The ship's horn blows, and the ship with its passengers are now headed on a collision course for disaster. April 10th, 1912. The RMS Titanic leaves Ireland and will never make it to New York. More than 2,000 souls on board, and the RMS Titanic is steaming towards New York. It is advertised as an unsinkable vessel, a vessel that is unsinkable by design. And the worst part of it was a word from a few. Not even God could sink this ship, was their fatal mistake. And so the Titanic and its passengers are headed for a collision course with disaster. Less than a week, only a couple days, a ship that took many years and was boasted as the most mighty ship ever to set sail will be lying at the bottom of the Atlantic. Thousands of lives, both women, children, and men, lost. But she steams off, none the wiser, to the disaster to befall her on April 14th at 11:40 p.m. Before the ship leaves on its maiden voyage, a officer that was supposed to be on the ship is recalled. He has the key to the life and lookouts. The lookouts, very important binoculars, are now locked away with this crew member who was ordered last minute to get off the ship and was replaced with another man, will change the fate of history and the Titanic disaster in only a few days. If the lookouts had the binoculars, maybe they would have seen it in time. Maybe the lives on board, more than 2,000 souls, would have been saved. Maybe this would not be a disaster, and the Titanic would have never sank. A ship heading to the United States, to New York City, the economical capital of the world, is heading to New York. And the richest man at the time is on board. He will die. And his then wife will get no money. She will have none of his riches. And the ship will sink. But there were many decisions made by those on board that could have made the disaster even worse. There was a man on board. His name was Jack Phillips. He was a Marconi officer. He sent messages from ship to ship and received messages from ship to ship. Halfway through the voyage, the ship's radio breaks, and it's against the law for them to fix the radio. Imagine if they had decided to follow protocol. All of them, every single life on the Titanic would have been lost. Chilling. But today, April 10th of the year 2024, is 112 years since that awful departure. Good night.